Have you ever wanted to sweeten someone's energy or attract more love and abundance into your life? If so, watch me make my very first honey jar. So we have our parchment paper to write our petition. I'll be adding some catnip, cloves, some lavender, and last but not least, rose buds. And then you'll need a mason jar. And this is the part where I set my intentions and I write down everything that I desire and that I'm trying to attract. I folded it 3 times towards me because I'm trying to attract. I turned it clockwise and folded it 3 times towards me. When writing your petition, you want to make sure you're being very specific and detailed in the things that you desire. And I forgot to mention, always use pure intentions when creating a honey jar or any spell for that matter. And now it's time to cleanse our jars, but for some reason this lid won't come off. Thank goodness I still had a few of these jars left. It's not as big, but it'll still do the job. I chose to cleanse my jar with incense. And then I added in my petitions to both jars. Don't judge me, but I felt called to taste the honey. So now let's go ahead and sweeten things up. The purpose of a honey jar is to help sweeten up your life and your circumstances. Now let's add our herbs. I'm adding catnip for love, friendship, and happiness. Cloves for protection, money, and love. Throw in a little extra for added protection. And then I add some lavender for peace and love. I also want to add in tranquility. And then I add in some rose buds for love, healing, protection, and luck. And then I top it off with a little bit more honey. Close the lid. And I'll do the same thing for this jar. I'm just going to top it off with some more honey. Make sure it's on there nice and tight. And then I add my candle wax to seal the jars. And once that's all done, hold the jars in your hand and say these words. Let me know how your honey jar turns out in the comments.